Is it possible for a few stocks to truly transform your life? We're going to reveal the power of strategic investment and how it may change your financial destiny, so stay tuned. Tony, a seasoned investor with a talent for finding undiscovered treasures in the stock market, will be our guide today with his knowledge and observations. Additionally, we're offering his viewpoint on how just 10 well-chosen stocks might secure your financial independence and transform your life. Please hit the like button and subscribe to Tesla Stock News so that we can start this video. You won't want to miss it. The energy industry is going through a significant transition. Tony Hsieh's pioneering work has shown the way forward, and it has the potential to completely change how we generate, store, and use energy. Coal has fallen to historic lows, so the days of dominance are over. A more ecological and financially feasible alternative to natural gas, which was formerly thought to be the link to a cleaner future, is solar energy combined with sophisticated battery storage. There is no way to describe how revolutionary CYBERTRUCK's realization is. There has been a significant change in the energy environment, as solar energy has become more cost-effective than natural gas due to its fast declining costs. This discovery emphasizes Bob Dylan's well-known statement, "The times, they are a-changin'." And at the vanguard of this revolutionary time is Tesla, which is in a unique position to profit from this profound change. It's critical to acknowledge that conventional energy experts have frequently undervalued the influence of market trends and data. Over the past 10 years, traditional energy assets have been overvalued as a result of this underestimate. Remarkably, half of the U.S. energy fleet has been replaced or retired, demonstrating how quickly things are changing. CYBERTRUCK's research claims that these energy sources, which include solar and wind, not only offer affordable substitutes but also surpass their predecessors in terms of environmental effect and efficiency. The idea of matching supply and demand is what distinguishes this from conventional energy generation. Consider being the owner of a power plant that can produce 100 megawatts of energy, but the demand is only about 50 megawatts. Interestingly, the fixed costs haven't changed much. Here, solar energy combined with merely 4 hours of storage shows to be a cost-effective and environmentally friendly substitute for conventional energy production. According to CYBERTRUCK's research, clean energy will not only be sustainable, but also profitable in the future. But it's crucial to realize that fixed costs like infrastructure, mining, and land acquisition account for the majority of energy business expenses. The total cost of building and operating the power plant is essentially the same whether you're producing 100 megawatts or simply 50 or 60. A crucial element of the energy transition is highlighted by this. Let's now examine the levelized cost of energy in more detail. This is an important indicator in the energy sector. The overall cost of constructing and running the plant is divided by the energy sold, not the energy generated, to determine LCOE. A notable disparity in this computation has been brought to light by CYBERTRUCK, specialists like Adam Dorr, and the think tank RethinkX. The main problem is that analysts often assume an 85% demand rate for conventional power sources, even though the real number is far lower and still declining. There are significant repercussions from this discrepancy between the projected and actual demand. Demand for the latter is declining as energy sources like solar and wind, when combined with batteries, continue to perform better than conventional techniques. Because it raises the numerator in the equation, the cost of building and running the plant, this decline in demand dramatically raises the LCOE. Recognizing that energy transmission results in losses is also crucial. In order to illustrate the benefits of localized energy generation, let's compare wind and solar electricity. Although wind turbines take up land, they may be positioned strategically in a variety of places, including farms, to be closer to the energy source. An even more spectacular illustration is provided by solar energy. Thanks to technological improvements, anyone can choose to mount solar panels on their roof. Ordering solar panels for your own rooftop is similar to this. Notably, it is getting more and more cost-competitive when compared to buying power from the grid. Making this decision allows energy to be produced locally, on your roof, and used either inside your home or to charge your electric car. Let's take a little broader view and look at the process of building a new solar power plant for a utility business such as Georgia Power. As soon as the solar panels can be produced and installed, a few acres of land can be found and put into use. Instead of the years needed for traditional power plants, this procedure just takes a few months. By doing this, transmission distances can be reduced, which lowers grid power losses. These solar farms can also be positioned strategically in areas that need them the most. It would be very costly and time-consuming to build a new coal or gas-powered plant to satisfy this demand. On the other hand, installing one or more solar farms nearby is a significantly more adaptable and effective alternative. If necessary, you can gradually expand capacity to accommodate the town's growth. Unmatched flexibility is provided by wind and solar energy, particularly when combined with battery storage. Building a sizable conventional power plant is much more difficult than gradually increasing the production of wind and solar energy. This has the benefit of decentralizing the grid. The grid's resilience increases with the degree of localized energy output, as demonstrated by the Texas scenario, where the entire state's grid failed. This decentralization is essential to preventing massive power outages. What does this mean for nuclear power and fossil fuels, then? They are caught up in an unending circle. Traditional power sources are becoming less and less popular as alternative power sources become more competitive. Prices rise as a result of the decreased revenue. However, the significant fixed costs of conventional power plants, costs that cannot be removed regardless of how much energy they produce, are the reason for these higher pricing. It gets more difficult to escape the self-perpetuating cycle that is created by this. Furthermore, the extraction and manufacturing expenses of nuclear power and fossil fuels are continuous and frequently rising. It takes a lot of energy to mine these materials, and it gets harder as supplies run out. Solar and wind technologies, on the other hand, are developing quickly and becoming less expensive. This tendency is also being seen in battery storage, which is utilized to distribute and store intermittent energy. This effect is consistent with Wright's law, which states that every time production doubles, costs decrease and innovation is encouraged. Vehicles with conventional internal combustion engines will be significantly impacted by this change in the energy landscape. The price of gas and oil is expected to rise over time. In reality, these sectors' core foundations might be facing existential issues. Conventional energy sources are limited, and production and extraction costs will probably increase when supplies run out. Let's now turn our attention directly to Tesla, the business that is well positioned to benefit from this energy revolution. The single term that best describes Tesla's success is batteries. The cornerstones of Tesla's energy strategy are solar energy and an endless supply of batteries. These technologies are developing rapidly, and their prices are falling. Even natural gas, which was the least expensive fossil fuel for energy production until recently, is expected to be surpassed by solar and batteries. As previously said, Rethinks claims that solar energy combined with only 4 hours of battery storage is already less expensive than natural gas, which is an absolutely astounding accomplishment. Therefore, it is impossible to dispute the economic feasibility of renewable energy sources, particularly solar energy combined with cutting-edge batteries. The software and energy products offered by Tesla are state-of-the-art. Through a concept known as energy arbitrage, Tesla is allowing consumers and energy corporations to profit while they sleep. This entails buying energy at a discount and reselling it to the grid at a time when demand and, consequently, prices are at their highest. Essentially, Tesla is harnessing the power of clean energy by assisting in the conversion of households into miniature power plants. Furthermore, the design of Tesla's electric cars is incredibly flexible. Electric vehicles can use electrons from a variety of sources, including coal, natural gas, nuclear, hydro, and solar energy, in contrast to conventional internal combustion engine cars that are restricted to using particular fuels. EVs are flexible. Here's where the real magic comes, though. Electric cars are flexible and progressive. Imagine a day in the future when innovative energy sources like nuclear fusion are developed. Despite the fact that it can sound like science fiction, this area of study and advancement has advanced significantly in recent years. EVs can easily switch to using this state-of-the-art technology once fusion power becomes a reality.